this is Brad with Now Homes Wichita. Hey, I get asked a lot, how quickly can you close as an investor? See a lot of signs around town, close in 2 or 3 days, whatever. Can you really close that fast? Well, in general, yeah, we can close in 3, 5 days, business days, that kind of thing. But really, it kind of depends. So there's some factors that go into how quickly we can close, and it really doesn't have anything to do with us. One, we rely on title companies to make sure that every purchase that we make is done legally and it's done right, so that both the buyers, and you, the seller, are taken care of. So you make sure that things are happening the way it's legally supposed to happen. We want to make sure everyone's taken care of. And sometimes they get really busy. So we have to wait on them to make sure they do all their process and they've done it correctly. Now, I've had that happen in as little as 3 business days. But we all know things change. There's pandemics, there's rushes, there's people that just get normally sick in the office. So we have to wait on them to get done what they need to get done. Another factor in all of this is, are there any ownership issues in question? So maybe the seller of the home, it's not clear that they have the right to sell it. Maybe they inherited it and they never got all the paperwork officially done. Maybe the property is in probate, and so we have to wait on that process to finish. Maybe the ownership has changed because of a divorce or any number of other things. So we have to make sure those things are worked through clearly, and sometimes that can add a little bit of time onto how long it takes to sell. And finally, are there lien holders, and are they responsive? So when the title company looks at the property, they'll see, are there any lien holders or any mortgages filed against the property? And so then they will reach out to those lien holders or mortgagees, and they'll say, hey, how much do these people owe you, so that they can be paid off when the property closes. Sometimes these people aren't super responsive, which is kind of strange. I'm very responsive when someone wants to send me money, but sometimes they're not. And so we have to wait. We have to wait on them to respond and let us know how much that is. Now, generally, that's not a holdup, but sometimes they're a little slow, especially if they're debt collectors. Again, I don't know why, but sometimes they're a little slow. So the reality is, most people don't need to close in 2 or 3 days. We say we can do that, and oftentimes we can, but in reality, most people don't need to close that quickly. What most people want to do is know when they're going to close. They want to know that it's going to be on their timeline. And so what we like to say is, we can close at your convenience. We'll set up the closing date and the closing time for what makes best sense for you, depending on what your situation is. So if you've got a property you want to sell and you want to make sure that it closes when you want it to close, then reach out. Give us a call or send us a message through the form on our website. Thanks.